not just a poor girl. Emily was a smart and quiet girl from a small town. She lived with her parents in a tiny house. They did not have much money, but they were kind and happy. Emily loved reading books and studying. Her dream was to go to a big university one day and become a great doctor. One morning, a letter arrived. It was from a famous university in the city. Emily had won a full scholarship because of her high grades. Her parents hugged her with joy. They were proud of her. Emily packed her bags and took the long trip to the city with hope in her heart. The university was very big. The buildings were tall and beautiful, but most of the students were from rich families. They wore expensive clothes and talked about money and travel. Emily felt small and out of place. She wore simple clothes and used an old phone. Some students laughed when they saw her. They made fun of her shoes and her bag. They called her the poor girl when she walked by. Emily tried not to listen. She didn't have many friends. She sat alone in the cafeteria and studied by herself. Sometimes she wanted to cry, but she stayed strong. Every day, Emily focused on her studies. She always sat in the front row and listened carefully. She asked questions and took notes. Even when others ignored her, she didn't stop working hard. She believed one day things would change. She just had to keep going. One weekend, a big party was planned at a student's house. It was a birthday party for a rich boy named Jason. Everyone in school was invited. At first, Emily did not want to go. She thought, they don't like me. Why should I go? But one girl from her class said kindly, "You should come. It will be fun." Emily thought about it and finally said yes. She wore her best dress, though it was old. She was nervous, but tried to smile. When she arrived at the house, it was full of music and lights. People were dancing and laughing. Emily felt shy and stayed near the wall. Suddenly she heard people screaming. A boy had fallen into the pool. He could not swim. He was shouting and moving his arms. Everyone stood still. No one knew what to do. But Emily ran fast to the water. Without thinking, she jumped in and pulled the boy up. The boy coughed and slowly started breathing again. Everyone clapped. Emily was wet and cold, but she smiled. Jason, the birthday boy, came to her and said, "You saved my friend." "Thank you. That was very brave." Others looked at her in a new way. They did not laugh anymore. After that day, things began to change for Emily. People smiled at her in the hallway. Some said hello. A few even asked to sit with her at lunch. Emily was surprised but happy. Maybe now she would not feel so alone. In the days after the party, Emily felt different. She still studied hard, but now she was not invisible. People talked to her more. Some asked for help with homework. Others just said, "Hi, how are you?" These small things made her feel warm inside. One afternoon, a girl named Lily sat next to her in the library. Lily was popular and always with a group. Emily looked up, surprised. Lily smiled and said, "You were amazing at the party. You were so brave." Emily felt shy, but she said thank you. They started talking about books, teachers, and classes. Emily found that Lily was kind. She had never imagined that a rich girl could be so friendly. Soon they were meeting often. They laughed together and helped each other with homework. Slowly, more students joined them. They listened to Emily and wanted to know her story. They were surprised to learn how hard she worked. Many of them had never thought about life without money. Emily showed them a new way to see the world. Emily did not change who she was. She still wore the same clothes and lived in the same small house, but something inside her had grown. She had more confidence now. She walked with her head high. She was no longer just the poor girl. She was Emily, the girl who saved a life. Emily's life at school became better every day. She had friends now. She laughed more. She was not alone at lunch anymore. Even the students who once made fun of her started to say nice things. They saw that she was kind and strong. One day the school planned a big event. It was a day to celebrate student heroes. Emily was surprised when her name was called. She walked to the front of the room. Everyone clapped for her. She felt nervous, but also happy. The principal gave her a small award. He said, "Emily showed great courage. She helped someone without thinking of herself. That is what makes a true hero." Emily smiled. She had never felt so proud in her life. After the event, many students came to her. Some said sorry for the way they treated her before. Others asked if she wanted to study together. Emily said yes. She forgave them. She believed people can change if they try. That night, Emily looked at the sky. She thought about her family and how far she had come. She knew there would still be hard days, but she also knew something else. She belonged. This school was her place now. The days passed quickly. Emily was doing well in her classes. She studied hard and helped others when they needed support. Her teachers noticed her kindness. They often asked her to help new students or lead group work. Emily always said yes with a smile. One afternoon, Emily saw a new girl sitting alone under a tree. She remembered how lonely she felt when she first came to the school. So she walked over and said, "Hi, I'm Emily. Do you want to sit with me and my friends?" The girl looked surprised but happy. She nodded. That was the beginning of another new friendship. Emily and her friends now had a group. They supported each other and shared everything: books, ideas, and dreams. Emily's best friend, Mia, told her one day, "You changed our school. People are nicer now because of you." Emily laughed. "Maybe," she said, "but we all did it together." One evening, the school hosted a parent-student night. Emily stood next to her mother, showing her the science project she made. Her mother had tears in her eyes. "I'm so proud of you," she said. Emily felt warm inside. All the hard days, the mean jokes, the lonely lunches, they all felt far away now. She had come to this school with only a dream. Now she had more than that. She had friends, respect, and a place where she could grow. Emily finally believed in herself, and she knew that her future would be bright. The school year was coming to an end. Everyone was talking about summer plans and the big school party. Emily didn't think she would go. She remembered the first party. No one had wanted her there. But this time it was different. Her friends begged her to come. "It won't be the same without you," Mia said. Emily smiled and agreed. On the night of the party, she wore a simple blue dress. Her mother helped fix her hair. "You look beautiful," her mom said. Emily felt a little nervous, but also excited. She walked into the hall, and the music was loud. The lights were bright, but this time people turned to her with smiles, not laughter. The boy she once saved at the first party walked over. "Hey, Emily," he said. "I never said thank you. You helped me when I needed it most. I'm really glad you were there." Emily smiled. "I'm glad too," she replied. Later that night, the school gave out awards. To her surprise, Emily's name was called. She had won the Kind Heart Award. The room clapped, and Emily walked to the stage with tears in her eyes. She looked out at all the students, the same ones who had once laughed at her. She spoke into the microphone. "Thank you. When I came here, I felt alone, but now I feel at home. Kindness can change everything. You just have to believe in yourself and never stop being kind." Everyone stood and clapped. Emily smiled. She had found her place, her voice, and her dream. Her story was just beginning.